Hey everyone, so I had an announcement that I'm really excited and nervous to make because once I say it, then I'm really gonna have to stick to it, and that's what makes me nervous, but I'm actually excited about it. And I couldn't sleep all night because I just kept thinking about it, and it's really exciting for me. I always like to make little goals for myself, and making goals helps me to achieve things. So some of you may or may not know, hi Adam. So some of you may or may not know, about 3.5 years ago, I attempted to break a Guinness World Record, and that was the record for the most burpees in a minute by a female. And after I attempted to break the record, I actually thought I did break it, but the Guinness process is a little bit weird, and what the standards say and what it actually is two different things, and it was actually quite confusing if you read it, and there was no way of getting the requirements and anything like that down. So 2 or 3 weeks later, I found out that I got disqualified for the record, and I was never able to actually break the record. So it was very disappointing to me, and I never really mentioned it to anybody because I was just kind of upset about it. Hey Adam, I was kind of just upset about it, and I didn't really know like what to do about it because at that time I couldn't try to beat the record again. And the reason I couldn't try to break the record again is because my husband and I were going to start trying to have a baby, and I didn't want to put my body doing burpees and that kind of physical stress, because that would be a lot of jumping up and down. Because if I got pregnant, I wouldn't know if I got pregnant, and then I wouldn't be able to compete the world record, right? So finally, after 3.5 years, I decided I wanted to compete for a Guinness World Record again. And this time it's going to be a different record because it's not going to involve as much jumping up and down. But the reason that I want to do this is because, sorry guys, the reason that I want to do this is because I want to raise awareness about infertility and IVF treatment. Hi Diane. So I wanted to raise awareness about infertility and IVF treatment. So I am going to raise money for the Kevin J. Lerder Foundation, which is a local foundation to the Chicago area that helps raise money for couples struggling with infertility, and it helps couples in Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and just the Midwest, right? So this record that I'm going to do is going to bring awareness about it. And for those of you who don't know, my husband and I have been struggling with infertility for 3.5 years now. But fortunately enough, we were able to have the resources available to us to be able to give ourselves the best chance we could. And not a lot of couples have that chance because a lot of them just simply cannot afford IVF, even though they're really, really good candidates to be able to have a baby. So this foundation offers grants to couples for fertility treatments, and it also offers IVF cycles from their partners to be able to give couples free IVF cycles for eligible couples who have the best chance available to be able to be successful. So if you want to learn more about them, I'm going to post the link later about the Kevin J. Lerder Foundation, how you can learn more about them and what exactly they do with their money, because I know that knowing where a company puts their money is super important to all of us, and it's especially important to me, which is why I did a lot of research on the companies and which company offers, or which foundation, charity offers, uses their money wisely and uses it for what they say they're using it for. So my husband and I, like I said, struggled with infertility for 3.5 years. That's why I didn't want to go for another record or do anything like that. And it was kind of embarrassing to me. I don't know why, but because I said I did the record and I really didn't. I was kind of embarrassed about it. And we've gone through two 2 real miscarriages, like 2 full miscarriages, and 2 embryos just didn't take. But we didn't know that if we just did the genetic testing, that we would have had a better chance to be able to be successful. So now we're on the 4th round of IVF, and we're going to see if we are going to be successful. So a lot of you are probably wondering, what the heck is this record that I'm going to do? And if you noticed through some of my videos, I do a lot of standing on the stability ball, and the record that I'm going to attempt to break is the most squats on a stability ball in a minute with a 40-pound weight vest on. And I can already beat the record without the weight vest on, but I haven't tried with the weight vest because I don't have one yet. But I can already break the record with the weight vest on. And last time, part of the confusing part for me was I didn't have a Guinness judge there. So I want to raise money enough to be able to get a Guinness judge at the event as well, so they could tell me the exact form in person, because over writing, it's kind of a little bit confusing on how exactly to do the record. So anyway, so if you can help, you can donate to the GoFundMe. If you cannot support financially, there's 3 other ways you can help me. And the first way would be to simply just share this post, share this video, and share the GoFundMe. Hi, Cheryl. So the one way to help would be to share the post and share the GoFundMe. And that would really help, because if you're unable to donate money yourself, somebody else might be able to donate, or might know somebody who's willing to donate, and that would really help me out. The second way you could help me is you can share your story, or if you know someone who's willing to share their story, you can tell me about it. So if you have an infertility story, if you have an IVF story, and you're willing to share it, please do, because the more, sorry, I had a connection problem. So the more people hear your story, the more they'll be willing to donate, or they hear other people's story, because there's an emotional connection there. And the third way you could help me is you can ask me what ways you can help, because there's so many other ways you can help me out with that I do need a lot of help for this thing to work the way I imagine and envision it to work. So I'm really excited to be doing this for people, and I just want you to know that this record is not for me. It's not for me at all. It's for your girlfriend who always is focused on her career and says she's worried about her job and climbing higher on the corporate ladder. But little do you know, the only reason that she's doing that is because it's her only way to find purpose, because she can't have a baby or whatever. Or this fundraiser is for the couple that you know that has been married for over a decade and still hasn't been able to have a kid, even though you know they always wanted one. Or this fundraiser is for your aunt when you were younger, who always treated you like her own because she was never able to have her own child. So this fundraiser isn't for me at all. It's for all those people, men and women, who weren't able to have a child because they were never able to be given a chance. So I hope that you will share this video, and I hope that you will help me in some way, one of the 3 ways I listed. And I look forward to doing this record for all these people who are looking for help for infertility treatment. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Next week I'm going to be sharing a lot more videos about this. All right, bye guys.